Hi, in this video, I will show you how to use the patch tool in PTGui Pro. The patch tool can be used to fill gaps in the panorama in case there's a part of the panorama that is not covered by any source image. And also, you can use it to remove unwanted objects, for example, the tripod. The patch tool can be used in two ways. If you have Photoshop or another generative AI tool, the patch tool integrates seamlessly with those applications. This allows you to quickly fill any gaps in your panorama automatically. PTGui Pro also has an integrated patch editor, which can be used to edit patch images in the classic way, by cloning nearby parts of the image to fill gaps. This does not require Photoshop or any other tool. In either case, the big advantage is that it works for spherical panoramas, including the nadir and zenith. In regular image editors, patching the nadir and zenith of a spherical panorama is difficult or even impossible. Also, the entire process is integrated seamlessly in the PTGui workflow. So let me show you how it works. I've already prepared a panorama. These images were taken at the geyser in Iceland at Geysir. The project consists of 4 images taken with a fisheye lens. I took them from 2 meters above my head, with the camera mounted on a pole. As you can see, the photos are quite dark. This was done on purpose. I wanted to preserve the detail in the sky. Had I used automatic exposure, then the camera would have exposed brighter, and the sky would have become pure white, which would make a boring image. I will fix the darkness by enabling the tone mapper. So this is what the panorama looks like. I'll enable tone mapping to brighten up the shadows. As you can see, PTGui has routed the seams nicely between the people. It's a pretty seamless stitch, but at the bottom, at the nadir, there's a gap. Let's take a look in the detail viewer. Here in the view panel, you can see the current viewing direction and quickly switch to the horizon, the zenith, or the nadir. Then there's the snapshot panel, which can be used to save the current view as an image. This doesn't just take a screenshot. Rather, it will render the current view at full resolution. And there's the patch function, which is what I'm going to show now. First, we choose a file format. Here we have JPEG, which works, but it doesn't support transparency and it's limited to 8 bits per channel. As I'm working with RAW files here, it's better to pick one of the other options. TIFF does support transparency and it can store 16-bit images, but the files can be very large, even if compression is used. JPEG 2000, just like TIFF, also supports transparency and 16 bits per channel. But because it supports lossy compression, the files can be made much smaller than TIFF. Not all applications support JPEG 2000, though. OpenEXR can be used for patching high dynamic range panoramas, stitched from bracketed source images. We don't need this for our current panorama. I will first show how to edit the patch image in Photoshop. Because Photoshop has limited JPEG 2000 support, I will use the TIFF format for now. Next, we need to choose where to store the patch image. You can store it anywhere on disk, but it's easiest to let PTGui choose a file name and save it next to the current PTGui project file. Finally, we need to choose how we're going to process the patch image. This first option will open the patch image in PTGui Pro's integrated patch editor. I will show this in a minute. The second option will launch an installed application to edit the patch image. This list is filled automatically. For example, on my computer, I have several applications capable of handling TIFF images, such as Photoshop, Affinity Photo, and Lightroom. The last option will just launch the Finder on macOS or Explorer on Windows to open the folder where the patch image has been placed. Let's first try Photoshop's generative AI functions to patch the nadir of my panorama. By the way, one important thing to keep in mind is that we should wait with patching until the panorama has been aligned perfectly. If we would edit control points, for example, this would change the alignment between the source images, and the patching would need to be done all over again. So let's press the Create Patch button. Now, PTGui has generated the patch image and opened it in Photoshop. It has the same brightness level as the other source images, so it's a bit dark as well. Now, if we switch back to the PTGui main window, we can see that PTGui has added the patch image to the project as a new source image. It's also got its own dedicated lens profile. And the entire patch image has a green mask. This ensures that the blender will overlay the patch image over the other images. Without the mask, the blender might decide to use our original unpatched images. In the panorama editor, we can also see the newly added patch image. Let's go back to Photoshop and edit the patch image. This sends the image to Adobe's AI cloud for processing. Don't forget to save the modified image. If we go back to PTGui, we'll see that it has reloaded the modified patch image automatically and updated the project. So the panorama is ready to be stitched. Next, I'll show how to achieve the same result without Photoshop. I'll go back to where we started by removing the patch image. Again, we open the detail viewer to create a new patch image. This time I'll use the JPEG 2000 format. And we'll edit the patch image in the patch editor. We have several options for zooming, just like in the Mask and Control Points tabs. I'll brighten up the image a bit. There are two modes of operation. In the cut mode, we can remove things by making them transparent. And we have the patch mode, where we can fill the gaps by copying parts from the image. So let's first cut a hole. We can add more holes if needed. The hole can be moved around and edited. And now we can fill the gap by switching to the patch mode. Patching is as simple as selecting the area to be patched and dragging it to somewhere else in the image. And we're done. The edits are saved automatically if this button is enabled. The patch image has been updated in the project as well. If we need to make more edits, we can go back to the patch editor. If we click on a patch, the target area is highlighted with a black and white border, while the source area is highlighted with black and yellow. We can scale the patch by grabbing these handles. We can rotate it. We can edit it. To add vertices, right-click on an edge. Under the hood, the patch editor uses PTGui's Zero Overlap blender with optimum seams. The red line here shows the seam. So the patch will be blended seamlessly into the panorama. We're done, so I'm closing the patch editor. Suppose we would need to make more edits. We can do so by right-clicking here. Let's check the panorama in the viewer. Looks perfect. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're new to PTGui, head over to ptgui.com. There's a free, fully functional trial version available for download.